What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and we've seen it happen 1,000 times before. Whether it's somebody changing drastically when they've achieved an amount of wealth that most of us could never even fathom, or perhaps just changing locations. Some of my favorite content creators moved from the East Coast to the West Coast and turned into some insufferable knobs. But Hollywood is particularly good at singling themselves out as some of the most privileged and out of touch individuals on the planet. I don't understand why. If you make movies for a living, if you're Joaquin Phoenix and you've done Joker, you're Robert De Niro and you've got a long list of films that are widely acclaimed, The Irishman, many more just recently. Why you think we care what you think? We like that you make us laugh. The problem is you are court jesters. You are there to entertain us. We don't actually like you. We like the characters you play. And I guess I understand that this may be difficult to separate for somebody who's got 100 people around them at all times telling them that they're amazing people and that they can do no wrong and that they're stunning and brave and so smart. Us plebs out here, we are so lucky to have Hollywood actors and actresses to tell us what's right and wrong. We're so lucky that we have the moral compass of multimillionaires telling us that capitalism bad, but still pay $15 to $20 to see our movies and to buy our DVDs and to buy our music albums, and also socialism good, but not for us. We are holed up in the Hollywood Hills with $100 million in the bank, but redistribute your wealth, not my wealth. No, not my wealth. That's mine. I earned that. You plebs, the serfs of society that pile into the theaters nowadays, putting their own health at risk to give us this money. You need to also listen to us as to what is right and what is wrong in society. And that's exactly what they're doing again. This article resurfacing. Cate Blanchett, Robert De Niro, Joaquin Phoenix, and many more say no to a return to normal. That's right. I mean, it must be really difficult for these people who have all earned their many millions of dollars to stay in their multi-million-dollar mansions and demand the rest of us change. You know, a group of over 200 high-profile artists and scientists from around the world have signed an editorial published on Monday in Le Monde calling on world leaders and citizens to, quote, undertake a profound overhaul of our goals, values, and economies in the wake of everything going on right now, if we want to avoid even worse problems. Wow. Thanks, Hollywood. Super pumped that you are a moral compass. Titled No to a Return to Normal, the call to arms was penned by Oscar winner Benochi and astrophysicist, can't pronounce your name. They wrote that everything going on right now is, quote, inviting us to examine what is essential. Nothing like taking advantage. Never let a good never let a good tragedy go to waste. Just like politicians and mainstream media, Hollywood elites follow the same set of guidelines to see what an example and what we see is, quote, simple adjustments are not enough. The problem is systemic. Again, awesome. Calling the ongoing ecological situation is a meta crisis. The op-ed warns that the massive extinction on Earth is no longer in doubt, and all indicators point to a direct existential threat. Unlike a coup, however severe, a global ecological collapse will have immeasurable consequences. That's right. So I know you're scared right now, but you need to be more scared. You need to make all of the changes that we, Hollywood, are telling you to do because reasons. Now, I 100% support every person on the planet making their small changes, their small parts to help, you know, make sure this planet's in good shape for our children. Do I think that it's all going to end tomorrow? No, of course not. but that's what the kind of low IQ pandering that Hollywood does, and a lot of these global, like the eco crazies. Look, climate change is real. We need to take care of this planet, obviously. All right. But you don't get much done when you don't give people real actionable advice. Instead, you hope to scare them into drastically changing their lives. They also point to the quote, pursuit of consumerism and obsession with productivity. Are you joking? Hollywood, which is 100% funded by consumerism. How could anyone take these morons seriously? I mean, nobody, and I mean nobody, needs to pay to see a movie in the movie theater. It is not essential. It is the definition of consumerism. You all were built up by said consumerism, but now that you have millions of dollars in the bank, now it's time to stop, right? Which have led to deny the value of life itself, adds the group. We believe it is unthinkable to go back to normal. Among others, also lending their signatures to the piece are Adam Driver, Alejandro G. Don't Care. Here's the full text, and this was also covered this morning by Bounding into Comics. Joker actors Robert De Niro, Joaquin Phoenix, Green Goblin actor William Dafoe, Star Wars actor Adam Driver, Thor Ragnarok's Cate Blanchett are among 200 plus Hollywood celebrities and scientists who have signed their names to an editorial demanding radical changes to society after the coup. In the op-ed published in a French newspaper this week, the Hollywood elite make clear they want to radically transform society in order to address the ongoing ecological issues. The group of signers claimed that the pursuit of consumerism and the obsession with productivity have led to deny this. Thus, they want to radically transform society, which includes a profound overhaul of our goals, values, and economies. They also encourage radical transformation we need at all levels, demand boldness and courage. In their editorial, they demand that citizens of all nations call on their leaders and push them to re-engineer society for the sake of the environment. We must act now. It is as much a matter of survival as one of dignity and coherence. Some of the more prominent signees include Star Wars actor. We've already talked about who that is. And obviously, look, I think that, here's a list of everyone that signed it. It's good. We should take care of our planet. Iggy Pop's on here. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's like, here, sign this thing. We can see some of the comments. Give up your energy-consuming mansions, heated swimming pools, and private jets, and then we'll listen to what you have to say. Awesome. Climate change? Then why are you addressing the U.S. and Europe all the time? Talk to India and China. Correct. China pours more pollution into the environment than anybody, but cheap stuff, right? The same country that produces all your little Disney Star Wars plushies, the same country that Disney willingly edits your Star Wars movies, Adam Driver, to appease. It's curious how Hollywood is always so quiet. We've made our millions so quiet about China. We've made our millions, but you average nobodies need to seriously reconsider how you're living your life. I mean, this is just great. People are 100% tired of hearing what they should do from actors. I don't know what causes this behavior. If it's the fact that they're so used to having a microphone shoved in their face when they're out in public, and they think that they need to yell down from on high on how regular people need to change their lives. Here's the thing. If you're a Hollywood actor, let me give you a little advice from just a nobody who prescribes to consumerism and made you who you are today. If nobody paid to see your movies, you wouldn't have your private jets and your heated pools and your third and fourth homes. Now, would you? It's so funny to me when you see musical actresses like Britney Spears embracing communism and socialism, but, she's not giving any of her hundreds of millions of dollars away. Here's how you get to be a good celebrity. You shut up, you sell the hot dog, or you dance, or you make your music, and then you donate money and you work behind the scenes to make things better. You inspire people through action. You don't inspire people by pulpiting down at them from your ivory tower. Even if you have a good message, even if the message you're spreading is decent and true, nobody is going to listen because it's coming from you. You must understand. You have one job on this planet, and that is to entertain. We don't take you seriously when it comes to you talking to us normies about climate change. We want to hear from scientists. We want to hear from people who aren't doing it for likes and retweets. We want to hear from people who talk about this stuff, you know, outside of the window in which they have a new project coming out. You know, a lot of these Hollywood celebrities all of a sudden become real strong activists 2 months before they have a new movie come out, or a new record release, or a new book coming out. It's all too convenient, and they think we're all so stupid. They think that people can't connect the dots, that they're not being sincere in any way. Now, are there some Hollywood people who are sincere in this? Of course there are. But unfortunately, due to their many millions in the bank, they've lost the privilege at really being able to be taken at their word. This is why Hollywood needs to just shut up and do what they say they want us to do. You know, if you want us to consume less, I don't know, maybe make your movies free. Oh, you don't want to do that, do you? You don't want to work for free. You want everyone to pay for you, but you want everyone else to make the change. It's shocking how you think the consumers around the world don't see this. It's easy to talk about making radical changes when you have $100 million in the bank and you don't have to worry about money, and your kids don't have to worry about money, and your kids' kids don't have to worry about money. Be the change you want to see. Do the things you want us to do. Lead by example instead of sitting in your multi-million-dollar mansions and telling the little guys and gals how to change their lives and how they're ruining everything from your private jet. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.